Today we're going to show you how to add the virtual N+1 switch in ShoreTel release 14. This is a feature that ShoreTel added in the virtualization release, which is 14.2, where at no additional cost you can add a virtual appliance and add it as your N+1, your spare, to provide that N+1 redundancy throughout your system. So I've got the demo kit here. I'm going to show you. We go into Sunnyvale, we're going to take a look, and we have actually one phone switch. Now, I'm actually using an existing virtual switch, but what we'll do is we'll add a spare in. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go over to the spares. Okay, I'm going to add a spare switch as a virtual V phone switch. I click go, and it's going to ask me to fill out all the information. For instance, when you adding a regular switch. So I'll call this the N+1 spare. Okay, and we'll just call it virtual IP appliance. Okay. And we, what it's going to ask right now, it's going to ask us to add this switch, and we can't because we actually have to download the image. Okay, if I click on download the image, what it's going to do is it's going to download an OVA template for the VMware. I've already done that, so what we're going to do is I'm just going to flip over to VMware, okay, and I'm going to add this switch into my VM. So I'm running VM 5.1, I believe. So I go File, Deploy OVF Template. Okay. Now what I'm doing is I'm going to browse the OVA file. It's actually called bare metal install, which is here, but I'll browse to it just to find it. There's the bare metal install. I click OK, hit next, and I click next again. And now I can actually call this, what I called it was the N+1 spare switch. Let's call it N+1 spare. Next, and I'll choose which storage I want it on, and we'll put it there. And I hit finish. Okay, this is actually going to start deploying that switch. Okay, you can see over here it's N+1. So we're actually going to start that up, flip over to the console session, and what you see is it looks like the traditional ShoreGear appliance is booting up with the fact that it's a server. Okay, and by default right now I have it set up for DHCP, so we'll just use DHCP. Okay, the server IP address is going to be 10.99.0.50. So I'm just going to go through the boot process. I'm going to just pause it now until we're finished. It should only take a couple minutes. Okay, so the switch finished booting up. So what we'll do is we'll log into ShoreTel. Log in as admin and the password. There we go. It helps if you type it in correctly. So now it's like a V switch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go STCLI, and now I'm in the configuration. So what I'm going to do is show version, and I want to see the configuration. All right, so it gives us the MAC address, which we need to copy over, and we also the IP address. So we'll take this information and we'll put it into our ShoreTel system. All right. So what I'm going to do now here is move this over. All right, and I'm going to put this in as 10.99.0.206. Let's see if we can find the switch. Heard it, found the MAC address for me. Okay. Hit OK. It says it's going to IP phone capacity 250. Click Save. Go back to my connectivity and quick look. And you'll see that right now it's not currently connected. So there's a quick look. There's the connectivity. And you can see that we actually have the N+1 spare here that's currently in standby, but it's probably going through the upgrade process, so we will just wait to get that online. Switch back to local connectivity, and guess what? Our N+1 spare switch is up. So go back to our quick look, hit refresh, go into Sunnyvale, and you can see that we actually have our N+1 spare.